Welcome into Drew's Daily Diamond for Tuesday, June 4th, 2024. I am Drew Martin breaking down the slate of games. Let me know in the comments below where you agree, where you disagree, what your MLB picks are for the Tuesday slate. All is welcome. Smash that like button if you're liking the content, guys. We got our first game up, 6:40 Eastern in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, as the Pirates are hosting the LA Dodgers. It's Tyler Glasnow going for the Dodgers. Jared Jones going for the Pirates, 7 in the hook being the total, -190. That is LA on the road as the favorite. Glasnow, 95 strikeouts. That's top in MLB. He has 3 ERA, but guys, he did have 4 walks his last time out. Also, the Dodgers, for whatever reason, they've lost 3 of his last 4 starts, and because they're laying heavy juice, a lot like this time, actually, in 2 of his last 4 starts, they were laying near $3. So they're down 7 units in Glasnow's last 4 starts. He's up against Jared Jones here, 22 years old, throwing 97 miles per hour. He's got 70 strikeouts on the season himself. And there's an angle that I found in this one in terms of the Dodgers lineup. If you go to Baseball Reference, you can kind of compare lineups against power or finesse pitchers. The Dodgers have struggled a little bit against power pitchers, which Jared Jones definitely checks that box. 40 OPS points lower versus the guys that throw hard. I think that might help the Pirates as a big dog here. Plus, the schedule spot for the Dodgers. I'm not really sure what MLB schedule makers were doing for this week with the Dodgers schedule, but just late last week, they were in New York facing the Mets in Citi Field. They flew back home to Southern California, played 3 games against Colorado, and now back out east in Pittsburgh. It's kind of strange to see a team do that, go across country just for 3 games. Well, that's the schedule spot in this one, guys. So asking them to lay near $2, I think it's a little expensive here. We're going to put it in our back pocket with the big home dog starting us off. Jared Jones as the starter. Let's go on the Pirates plus 165 in PNC. We'll head to South Florida for our next matchup. That's the Tampa Bay Rays and the Miami Marlins, also 6:40 Eastern here. The Rays come in 29-31, 2 games under 500 in the Fish. Hey, just 21 wins on the season, 39 losses. Has not been a great season for my Miami Marlins, but they do have Jose Luzardo on the hill, the lefty, in my opinion, the most talented pitcher on the Fish staff. Ryan Pepiot going for the Rays. Rays come in -115, short road favorites, 7 in the hook being the total in the Sunshine Series. We got Pepiot with a 3.9 ERA, and in his 2 road starts this season, he's gone 12 innings, blanking the opponents. He hasn't given up an earned run outside of Tropicana yet this season. 18-0 strikeout to walk ratio. And last year in a start versus Miami, 7 innings, just 1 hit given up, 0 earned runs. So he blanked this same Fish lineup last season, actually a better Marlins lineup last season. I think Pepiot is going to have a good start here. And Luzardo, 2 of his last 3 starts for the Fish, he blanked his opponents, 0 earned runs given up. And actually in his last start against the Padres, we talked about it late last week on the show. He went up against the knuckleballer there for the Friars, and he actually pitched pretty good. I mean, the numbers, I think he let up 3 earned runs, but really it was a multi-home run. Outside of that, Luzardo has been lights out and very under the radar here because the Marlins are having a terrible season. If you go by the last month in terms of bullpen whip, strikeout to walk ratio, they're a top 10 bullpen. So their pen arms have been throwing very good. Neither one of these lineups, I mean, they're both bottom 10 by full season metrics. Neither one of them hot right now. We get a 7.5. I don't think it gets there, guys. I think this is like 4-1, 3-2, something like that. Let's go under in a pitcher's ballpark. It's hot right now in South Florida. You know that roof's going to be closed. They never really open it anyway. So under 7.5. It's the Rays and the Marlins, low-scoring game. We'll head to Washington, D.C. for the next matchup. It's the New York Mets and the Washington Nationals. NL East battle here. Peterson, the lefty, making his second start of the season for the Metropolitans. and Trevor Williams, the Golden Goose, going for the Washington Nationals, 8.5 being the total, minus 115, another short road favorite. That is the Mets. 6:45 Eastern here. The Mets did win game one, 8-7, holding on there late. We took the loss yesterday. Now the Mets enter this one 10 games under 500 and just 6-15 their last 21. Peterson, the former first rounder out of Oregon, 6'6", 240-pounder. One start this season. It was decent. 5 innings, 2 earned runs against the Dodgers. But his last start against the Nationals, 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 earned runs. So this Nats lineup has seen him well and kind of peppered him a little bit, if you will. Now, the Nationals come in 5 games under 500, but still up just under 10 units on the season. They've been a great bet. We've talked about them a bunch, guys. Second rounder out of Arizona State, Trevor Williams, the most profitable pitcher in Major League Baseball. He's 9-2. He's up 12 units on the season. He's got a 2.2 ERA. Man, what a stat here. Just 1 earned run or less in 7 of his last 8 starts. So riding a hot hand, most profitable pitcher in MLB. He's going up against a manageable lineup with the Mets. The Mets bullpen has been awful. Really, their offense is not bad. Their rough season is because of the bullpen, and the Nationals bullpen, man, they've been really good. They really have. By my metrics, over the last month, top 5 bullpen in MLB. We get a plus price again on Trevor Williams, plus 100, risk 100 to win 100. That is the Washington Nationals at home. We'll go from DC up to Fenway Park for the Atlanta Braves and the Boston Red Sox, 7:10 Eastern for this one. Max Fried, the lefty, going for the Bravos. Cutter Crawford going for the Red Sox. Total of 8, minus 170. That's the Bravos as heavy road favorites, 33-24. Now just 9 games over 500. They're now 7 games back from Philadelphia. So it's a little bit too early to be saying, hey, it's getting away from them. But you start looking at the standings here. Philadelphia with a pretty commanding lead there in the NL East. Now, Fried on the hill, this is the guy you want for the Braves. Sub-3 ERA. But the Atlanta Braves, I mean, they really have not been playing good baseball. Since the middle of May, they're just 7-10. They got big injuries in that lineup. And their last 17 games, 3 games under 500, it's 4 series against all teams under 500. That's 12 straight games they've been playing against subpar teams. They're still losing. Now they're going up against the Red Sox, a 500 team. I mean, 30-30 coming in. Crawford on the hill, his numbers haven't been great, but he's faced 3 hot lineups in a row in the Orioles, the Brewers, and the St. Louis Cardinals. Yes, that Cardinals lineup has been hitting the ball well. So when you go by kind of recency metrics, I actually think they're taking a step down in class facing the Braves. Normally you wouldn't say that, but in this situation, I think that's actually the case. He faced the Braves lineup and went 6 innings, 2 earned earlier this month. So pretty good start there. I think he could do it again. I mean, this Boston Red Sox pitching staff, top 5 by ERA. Bullpen's been good. Let's go with the Boston Red Sox. Another home dog here, guys. Almost plus 150. High water mark in the overnight market is plus 147. Fenway Park, Boston Red Sox, home dog barking. We got 8:10 Eastern for the next one. It's the St. Louis Cardinals and the Houston Astros. Andre Palante going for the Redbirds. Spencer Arrighetti going for the Stros. Minus 145, that's Houston at home. 8.5 being the total. We get St. Louis come in 2 games under 500. Houston, 7 games under 500. Still on the season, They did come back and win game 1 yesterday. Kind of a bullpen blow up for the Cardinals. And they got Palante on the hill. That's the Cardinals. Relief guy, he's only made 10 appearances, 1 start this season. He's got just under a 4 ERA. But this strikeout to walk ratio, guys, it's not pretty. 10 strikeouts, 8 walks on the season. I think Houston's going to get to Palante. And Spencer Arrighetti, he's kind of been a gas can. 6 ERA, 49 hits and 43 innings, so well more than a hit an inning. 23 walks on top of that, so he's had all kinds of traffic on the base path. And Houston's bats have actually been overall, a top 10 lineup in MLB. Both of these lineups better against righties. The Cardinals have smashed righties, so have the Astros. And the Cardinals bullpen, we just saw it last night. Hey, it's a little bit shaky here, so we get a hitter's ballpark, Minute Maid there. And I think both lineups are going to get after it here, guys. So we get 8.5 as the total. Let's go up and over in the Cardinals and Astros. Couple games left, guys. A reminder to comment below. Let me know your MLB picks. I'll be in there throughout the day, chopping it up with you guys. And if you're liking the content, please smash that like button as we got the Cincinnati Reds and the Colorado Rockies. Next game up, 8:40 Eastern here. Frankie Montes going for the Reds, minus 135 favorites. Ty Block going for the Rockies, the lefty here. 10.5 being the total. Cincinnati comes in 6 games under 500. Colorado just 21-38. However, just 2 games under 500 at home. They're a good bet at home. Hey, they are Fade City on the road, 8-23 on the highway. But the thing is, they are playing a mile high tonight. And Frankie Montes comes in. For his career, the 31-year-old Dominican has only pitched in Coors 2 times, 9 innings. He has over a 900 team OPS against, so he's been rocked up here. He's had walk issues. He's not missing many bats. The strikeouts really haven't been there. He's got over a 1.8 whip in Colorado, meaning a lot of traffic on the base pass here. I think Colorado can put up some crooked numbers here. And the story in this one is Ty Block, the starting pitcher for the Rocks. He has great numbers in Coors Field. A 3.2 ERA this season, back-to-back home starts versus Cleveland and Philadelphia, 2 of the best lineups in baseball. He went 6+ innings against both of them, 2 earned runs in each. So back-to-back good starts against really good lineups, but better lineup than he's going to see in the Reds. And another stat here that I love, his slugging percentage against when pitching in Coors Field is 230 points lower. So actually, sometimes these Rockies pitchers pitch for whatever reason better in Colorado. He's one of them. We get plus 120 on the Rocks. Let's go with another home dog here, guys. Colorado Rockies plus the 120. Last game on the card here is we're going to talk the San Diego Padres and the LA Angels. We get Adam Mazur. I believe I'm pronouncing that right. He's making his MLB debut for the Friars up against Pablo Sandoval, the lefty for the Halos. 8.5 being the total, minus 109. That's the Padres as the road favorite. The Friars come in 1 game over 500. They've also been great on the road, 19-12. Outside of Petco. In Missouri, making his MLB debut, he was a second rounder in 2022 out of Iowa. The former Hawkeye has made it to the show very quickly. He pitched in high A, double A, triple A, just 120 innings in professional baseball. Pretty good numbers overall. He's a slight build. He's a guy that used to throw 98 miles per hour. He's sitting about 95 miles per hour this season in the minor leagues. He's got a 50-9 strikeout to walk ratio. That's kind of the metrics I like to look at for these guys making their first start in MLB, how they're going to perform. That ratio tends to be a little bit stickier, in my opinion, than some other metrics. He's up against Pablo Sandoval here. Just 2-8 on the season, over a 5 ERA. He's also given up 10 earned in his last 9 innings. He's flirting with 30 walks on the season. If you want a bonus pick here, guys, a little home run prop, Jackson Profar, who I believe leads MLB in terms of batting average. He only has 5 at-bats against Sandoval and 2 home runs. So if you're looking for a little home run prop bet here, that would be Jackson Profar to go yard. So guys, overall, it's a little bit tricky with guys making their MLB debut in Missouri. But I think his metrics are pretty good, and I think the San Diego Padres, a lot better team. Do want to give a shout-out to the comments. Cincy Connect asking for a best bet on each show. Hey, I'll do it here. We got best bet for the show. Let's go on the Padres, minus 109, the slightest of road favorites. So, guys, that's going to do it for the Tuesday show. Drew's Daily Diamond going live on the WagerTalk YouTube channel each and every day, Monday through Friday. If you're liking the content, smash that like button. Comment below. Let me know your MLB picks, where you agree, where you disagree, where you're watching from, guys. So thanks for tuning in. Cash those tickets.